Hey, everybody, look on the screen. Look on the screen. Another black woman is gone at the hands of an inferior dust bucket, Dusty Dan. But we need some prison reform. Really? Well, you got it. And these dust buckets of all races are being let out. Aside from theft, other people are dying. Let's take a look at this report. Shout out to Aboriginal and to anyone else who may have sent me the story. Trying to go back and forth here and get caught up. Thanks for your patience. But I just don't have patience anymore for this prison reform. This is played out. Too many decent people are getting laid out on a casket. But we need some prison reform. You can't even catch a bus. You can't sit in your home. You can't sleep. You can't walk. You can't go to the grocery store. Dust buckets of all nationalities, they are acting out. If they had kept this animal, Dusty Dan, where he belonged behind bars, maybe she would still be here. Let's check it out, people. Fair use. This is what they always do.
Breaking news. After 4 days on the run, the man accused of strangling a woman to death on a city bus has been arrested.
Let's go to Team 12's Adriana Loya, who has reaction from the victim's family. And Adriana, what are they saying about this?
Wow.
Guys, the family tonight says they feel relieved that the man accused of killing her is now off the streets. But they say they were actually on their way here to the bus stop where the 41-year-old was found not breathing when they got the call. Tonight, they held a vigil here in her memory.
We love you, Bubbles.
Diana Craig, or Bubbles, as her family and friends called her, honored Tuesday night.
She will definitely be missed.
Family and friends gathering near the bus stop where the 41-year-old mother was found not breathing and with signs of strangulation Friday morning near 27th Avenue and Baseline Road.
Glad they got this guy.
Diana's loved ones getting the news that the man accused of strangling her, 26-year-old Joshua Bagley, captured right before they gathered Tuesday.
We want to see justice be served, and we want to find out what happened.
Delbert Cole is one of Diana's 7 siblings.
Relief. Love flowing again.
Diana's father too emotional to say more, but the family is still seeking answers.
How can a crime like this happen on our city buses and, find a guy days later? We're going to make sure that we expose what happened so that, people can have some insurance when they go to catch a bus again, that they're going to get off that bus, right? It's one thing to get on it. It's another thing to never come off that bus.
Breaking news after.
Wow. And it's the dust buckets. Now, let's go ahead and look at this other clip here. I want you to show this animal that did this to this poor woman. He should have not been on the street. Just did a story where a man in New York, some piece of crap, assaulted a woman. He was free for 43 days. And then it made me think, okay, he was just released 43 days. That assault on the elevator was captured on camera. And it made me think, maybe that's just the ones that was caught on camera. We don't know if he's made someone else a victim. So check this out. So much for prison reform. Sometimes people don't think things through. We see one thing, it's too many of them in there. Yeah, and when they get released, what happens? They prey upon other people. So this animal right here, who in my opinion doesn't deserve to breathe, he unalived her. I think he should get the same treatment and others like him. Look at this. He was Bagley released after not being picked up. Check this out, people. The revolving door of the justice system. All it's doing is allowing them to victimize other people over and over again. Check it out. Fair use.
Suspect on the run, days after he was accused of strangling a mother on a city bus. That was Friday, and police say it wasn't his first crime that week.
So why was he even out to begin with? ABC 15's Zach Crenshaw looking in depth at the revolving door of the criminal justice system.
Joshua Bagley was the only person at his initial court hearing last week who mentioned he should have been extradited.
More than likely, I'm going to be extradited because of the case of Mojave County.
But that never happened. After I pressed for answers, Lake Havasu City Police admitted they made mistakes with his arrest warrant and that there was miscommunication regarding his extradition back in April. Because of that, after Bagley was arrested again in May, instead of being held, he walked free. And less than 72 hours later, Phoenix PD says he murdered a woman.
When they get out, they don't have anywhere to go. They don't have the resources that they need.
It's a complex problem and not new.
In a very short period of time, he has 5 open felony cases here in Arizona.
So hold on. So what they're doing, they are just going over. So they've mentioned this Bagley guy, this piece of crap, who was the alleged murder of that 41-year-old mother. So now they're going to go into some other examples, okay? Just so you know. But I'm going to listen to what they said. How long was he out? If he had been in, this woman would still be here. And then the remaining individuals are just POS criminals who've also been let out, and they're just showing you, okay, this is what's happening. There is a pattern. Here's what your revolving door is bringing. But check this out again. How long was he out? And don't forget, this is the second crime this week that they know of.
After I pressed for answers, Lake Havasu City Police admitted they made mistakes with his arrest warrant and that there was miscommunication regarding his extradition back in April. Because of that, after Bagley was arrested again in May, instead of being held, he walked free. And less than 72 hours later, Phoenix PD says he murdered a woman.
When they get out, they don't have anywhere to go. They don't have the resources that they need.
It's a complex problem and not new.
In a very short period of time, he has 5 open felony cases here in Arizona.
That's a Maricopa County prosecutor speaking at Arnold Serrano's sentencing last month.
His life of crime has frighteningly escalated, Judge.
That escalation culminated when Serrano committed an aggravated assault. Then a month later, was shot by Chandler police and crashed a stolen RV, injuring 10 people. The most seriously hurt, ABC 15 employee Andy Ramirez and his wife Norma.
The justice system in California and in Arizona, Judge, has failed the victims in this case.
Even Serrano's defense attorney agreed he shouldn't have been free.
Had he remained in custody on 1 or 2 of the previous offenses, as opposed to just being released, he would have had a much earlier opportunity for treatment and likely would not have been in this position today.
No one can predict how someone will act, but there are multiple examples of horrific crimes shortly after a suspect's released. In October last year, Stephen Love Mason was arrested for a double murder, just 10 days after he got out of jail for domestic violence.
It's clearly a revolving door because we're not utilizing assets appropriately to get people the type of help that they need.
Defense attorneys Jack Litwack and Jaquise Blackwell say the root of the issue really needs to be addressed.
If we had less of a punitive system and we started to gear our system in Arizona more towards rehabilitation, we wouldn't have such a saturated system.
A number of our clients don't have the resources and the support that they need to stay out of trouble.
And even though Arizona is 5th in the country for incarceration, prosecutors and police say criminals aren't being held accountable after an arrest.
The low bonds, being on release, just allows criminals like Arnold Serrano to continually get out of jail and to continually commit crimes.
Tonight, Bagley's run, and now he's on everyone's radar.
Now, they don't have the support. Hell, we've been supporting you behind when you were locked up. Who you think is the lights are staying on? Who feeding the monkey? They don't have the support. How about that lady's family, the mother? They don't have the support. Where's her support going to be for her children? I don't give a crap about these darn animals that are killing people. They don't have the support. Who you think is paying for this? 3 hots and a cot. Who's paying for the cable?
Clients don't have the resources and the support that they need to stay out of trouble.
Oh, the resources that they need to stay out of trouble. Are you serious? The resources that they need to stay out of trouble. Other people that work every day have the resources to stay out of trouble. That's why they go to work every day, to support themselves and their families. They're already, if you look at it, these prisoners, pretty much, I'm going to label them as a kept man, because hell, the taxpayers, our dollars are keeping them there, are supporting them. We've done our part. They don't have the support. Excuse me? What kind of support? These are grown-ass men. Get off your butt and work and stop committing crimes. Because of him, who we've been supporting, and don't forget, wasn't it 72 hours? Because of him that we've been supporting, now this lady is dead. I don't care about supporting him. We can go ahead and let those buckshots support him. Who's going to support our children? Who's going to support her children? And in this community, more than likely the father showed up. Her dad did. Let's stop pretending, well, the fathers are going to come. Yeah, right. You think? Now, they might look out, but that's just not the norm. The support. So we're more concerned about supporting this trash. Hell, we've been supporting them. We probably supporting him when he was under the floorboards Billy with his mama. We probably feeding the criminal, and look what's happened. Thus, they don't have the support that they need. Grow up and be a man. Stop being a criminal. Get off your butt. Don't do drugs. Don't commit crimes, and get a job. I don't like this job, but your behind likes to eat, don't you? Unbelievable. So just keep in mind, look at this animal. How long was he out?
System.
Joshua Bagley was the only person at his initial court hearing last week who mentioned he should have been extradited.
More than likely, I'm going to be extradited because of the case of Mojave County.
But that never happened. After I pressed for answers, Lake Havasu City Police admitted they made mistakes with his arrest warrant and that there was miscommunication regarding his extradition back in April. Because of that, after Bagley was arrested again in May, instead of being held, he walked free. And less than 72 hours later, Phoenix PD says he murdered a woman.
When they get out, they don't have anywhere to go. They don't have the resources that they need.
It's a complex problem and not new.
In a very short period of time, he has...
Less than 72 hours later.
72 hours later,
he murdered someone. Less than 72 hours later. They don't have the resources that they need. What he needs, in my opinion, is a dirt nap. The resources that they need. Really? How'd you get yourself in there in the first place? And see, it's talk like that. It's talk like that is why you had, we need some reform. Well, you got reform. How many people have been murdered and assaulted as a result of that? Does anyone care about women, and especially black women, the resources that they need? Well, heck no, she shouldn't have had them children. She should have chose better. But when it comes to the men, see, that only applies to black women. What if someone said she didn't have the resources that she need? Maybe she could have had a vehicle. If the gas wasn't so high, she could have had a vehicle and then driven her own car. Well, she had those kids. You should have chose better. Well, guess what? When it comes to these darn dust buckets of all nationality, this piece of shit, he should have chose better and not chose a life of crime. This is really pissing me off, making me, oh my gosh, really? If you notice, accountability, I'm starting to see it. Accountability is only for black women. No other woman has to really face accountability like black women do. You don't. Even the dust bucket, be it a chocolate drop or Dusty Dan, Mr. Wong doing wrong, Little Hood Man. The dust buckets are not held accountable. the support he need. The support he need is life in prison. And I don't want to pay for that with the tax dollars. Do you see the mind thought, the thought process, the support he needs? But what about what if the black woman, what about her support? That man would have been great if she was not on that bus and had her own transportation and the gas wasn't so high and inflation. Well, she should have chose better. I mean, she had those kids. Maybe she's not good with her money. But even this here, look at the bigger picture, people. Even a Dusty Dan gets a break when a black woman won't. The Dusties always get a break. This black man talking about the support he need. This ain't no damn kid. Really? I'm thinking, wait, whoa. The support he need, would that same black man be concerned about the black woman's support? What about the support that she needs? Would that same black man, Mr. Lawyer man, whatever your position is, would he be concerned about the support that she needs? Well, she got those 3 kids, she's a single mother. It would all be on her. But now it come to Dusty Dan, the support that he needs, like it's a darn child, a killing machine. 72 hours later, a woman killed. In true Dust Bucket fashion. But the support that he needs. He can get off his butt and make it happen. Black women, we do it every day. Hell, women do it every day. But especially black women, they don't have a choice. But if you notice the talking points, the support that he needs, what about her support? I bet the conversation would totally change. Well, she decides to become a single mother. She should have chose better. But guess what? Gonna cape for Dusty Dan the support that he needs, the resources. It's not our fault that you were darn losing and don't want to make it. And let me tell you something. This here, he's doing what he wants to do because they'll give him a chance in a heartbeat. Trust me, they'll give him a chance in a heartbeat. I've seen a white felon ex-con look up even a black person to hire him. Wow. Anybody. Somebody in the dominant society hires behind. Somebody, a Caucasian person, to give him a chance, give him a job. He don't want to work. He just want to stay free. The support that he needs. So I'm going to end the video. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, sometimes you listen to people. Oh, listen to what he's saying. Where's the accountability? When you look like this, when you are a black woman, or you account for it. Child, if it rains every Tuesday at 3 o'clock, probably black women, why it's raining? Oh, I bet. And then you got old Beckisha should be, oh, yes, it probably is. Everything is on you. But look at what Dusty Dan unaliving people. And they still cape for him. One more time. The support that he needs. I don't give a crap about
what happened. After I pressed for answers, Lake Havasu City Police admitted they made mistakes with his arrest warrant and that there was miscommunication regarding his extradition back in April. Because of that, after Bagley was arrested again in May, instead of being held, he walked free. And less than 72 hours later, Phoenix PD says he murdered a woman.
When they get out, they don't have anywhere to go. They don't have the resources that they need.
It's a complex problem.
So let's go ahead and back this out. Let's back up. When they get out, they don't have anywhere to go. The resources that they need. Let's back up. Beep, beep, beep. Back up. Quick question. How did he get in there in the first place? Let's talk about that. When they get out, like somebody supposed to just show up and just guide him by his hand, get your butt to walking, pound of payment, and go get a job. Pick up some cans, do something. But no, instead, he decides to be, obviously based on a report, allegedly, the murdering man. But notice, even the dust buckets, even they can more the benefit of the doubt, the support that they need. What about the support that she needs? No, you're a black woman. You got to be held accountable. Man, unbelievable. What about the support her children need? So even a Dusty can catch a break, but not the sisters, not black women. And thanks to Dusty Dan being released, this lady, she's of late. It's just sad. So yeah, let's talk about the support her children will need. I'm sure it'll be crickets. Oh, that's on her. So yes, Dusty, we need to go ahead and have some police reform, some prison reform, or they're out. And guess what? You sure as heck better watch out.